Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. All right, we're gonna start a live stream today. Gonna talk about the latest news in boxing, um, the fight weekend, all the fights that's going on this weekend, and just whatever else comes up. So I got my boy Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk in the building. What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's going on, man? Just here to talk boxing as usual. We got so much boxing going on. Good fights tonight, fights for tomorrow too. So I'm excited, man.
Yes, sir. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's a lot of stuff going on. What's up, one of the ones, Tone Bangers, Will Magic Man. Hey, thank you guys for coming in, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. We heard the news yesterday about Canelo versus Danny Jacobs, May 4th in Vegas, the T-Mobile Arena for the IBF, WBC, and WBA middleweight championship. Hey, let's talk about it. What you think about it?
Man, I'm excited for that fight. It's a unification fight. So I think Danny deserves that fight. And obviously unification is Trump mandatory. So I think Danny has a good shot at beating Canelo, possibly if he could stop him. But I don't see him beating Canelo on the cards. I don't think God himself could beat Canelo on the cards. But
Yeah.
it's a good fight. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too, man. I think they got a good style against each other. I can see Canelo being the counter puncher and just going back to being the counter puncher in this fight. His last two, he was coming forward. You know what I'm saying? And Jacobs guy has all the tools to win, but my thing is, will he listen to his coach? You know what I'm saying? He don't be listening to his coach like that.
Right. I think Jacob should actually keep him on the outside of his jab because he has the reach. He has the physical advantages in this fight. But if he goes and he's chasing Canelo, that kind of plays into Canelo's his hand. So yeah, I mean, his best bet is to just keep Canelo outside of the jab and work off of that.
Yep. I like that fight. It's also have the linear middleweight championship on the line and the Ring magazine. Those are two separate things for those guys out there listening. The linear champion is different from the Ring magazine. The Ring magazine, that's by a bunch of people just give it to you, basically. But the linear is basically it's down the line from Hagler, all them guys. So yeah, I love that fight, man. I love that fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, man, I'm all about unifications. That's the thing that comes first. Unification fights and seeing who's the best in the division for once.
Yeah.
Everything else, all the politics, I don't really care for.
Yeah, I'm with that. And you can't really complain about this fight because there's two of the top middleweights in the division, and they both champions. So like I know I heard people talking about Charlo, he should be in this. I believe he should be too, but right now, like you said, unifications. You know what I'm saying? That should trump it should trump anything else that's going on in the division, whether it's a good fight or not. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about the Rivas versus Jennings fight? You excited for that?
Oh man, yes sir. I've been talking about this fight before this fight even happened. Uh, I think it's gonna be a dog fight. I think it's gonna start. I think Reeves gonna start off aggressive, of course, but I think he's kind of like a what they call it, a front runner. He's gonna be strong in the first 4 rounds, and after that, with them big muscles and them heavy punches he be throwing, I think Jen's gonna wear him down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Actually, I was talking to another person. I don't know if you know him, Mr. Doc. He's another boxing aficionado, just like you. He was saying, the time for Rivas is right now. Like this is
Hmm.
Rivas's shot to beat somebody like Jennings to show that he's a contender and to be able, what I mean, to possibly get a title shot. So for right now, it's Rivas's shot. This is a layup. If he can make it, then we could see what he could do in the future. But I favor Jennings to win. So, but
Yeah.
Rivas's Olympic background, he beat Pulev in the 2008 Olympics.
Hmm.
So he has a good Olympic background too. He's no scrub.
Yeah, he just haven't, what I'm saying, he haven't been fighting the best competition, and I know he had an eye injury. You know what I'm saying? So this is his basically his coming out party. He couldn't fight in the United States for a minute. So
Yep.
yeah, this is a tough fight. This is a tough fight. I like it though. I think it's underrated. It should be a good one, especially you know what I'm saying how Jennings he can fight on the inside and he can box. So yeah, I like it, and it got a lot of stuff at stake too because the both of these guys they rank in the sanction bodies and they have like little trinket belts from the organizations and BY Jennings is number 2 in the WBO, so he likely gonna get his mandatory spot, a mandatory shot at the title if he wins, because you know how Bob Arum get down with the WBO, and then
Yeah.
Rivas is with PBC. A lot of people don't know that Rivas is with PBC. He works with the with Von Michelle in Canada, but he's with PBC. So if he wins, I mean, you know, we look at the news that we just seen. You got Dylan White. He might come to PBC. He can be an opponent for Ortiz, Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? Brazil. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of Andy Ruiz. He just signed with
Yep.
PBC. So depends on what if Rivers win, he can go back to PBC and you know what I'm saying maybe he can fight a title eliminator or he
Yeah,
can
man. Like,
it's a lot of stuff, man.
yeah, man. Like I said, Rivas, this is his shot right here. If he beats Jennings, it really should. This should be everything should favor Rivas, but like you said, he hasn't really stepped up and fought the competition that he should have due to eye injury. He had
Mhm.
rectal surgery or whatever. I favor Jennings, but it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah. And Mark Wonderlick, what's good, man? Hey, thanks for joining. So let's stay on the heavyweights, man. So news, it's a rumor. So you guys out there, it's a rumor. It's not official. So I seen an article where Anthony Joshua is supposed to fight Big Baby Miller June 1st or June 8th in MSG. Let's talk about that. What you think about that one?
Uh, I mean, I guess it's a good fight for Anthony Joshua to get to the American public, but as a boxing fan, I'm not, I don't think Big Baby Miller could beat Anthony Joshua, but it's going to do good for Anthony Joshua to have a fight in America right now to build that American profile. So, Wilder and Fury are busy. So they have a fight or they're going to purse bid. So really, there's nobody left to fight besides Dillian White or Big Baby Miller for Anthony Joshua. So
Hmm. I like the fight, but speaking like for real, I wish he would have did this last year. I mean, Anthony Joshua, like we all knew, everybody knew that he wasn't gonna fight Deontay. You know how the fans are. We want that shit now. You know what I'm saying? We want unification right now. And I personally knew it wasn't gonna happen. Just had a feeling, just based off of past history in boxing. But he should have. I thought he should have came to America last August when everybody was talking about it. Like he supposed to fought in MSG, but I think the Eddie Hearn shit with the zone kind of sidetracked his plans because he wanted to get the zone off and running, so if it can mess up his American debut. But I like the like stylist, like the style. It's a good matchup though because Big Baby coming forward, you know what I'm saying, and AJ. He's a good combination puncher from mid range and stuff. So I
yeah,
mean,
no,
it should look good stylistically. You know what I'm saying?
the fight will be very entertaining because one thing I noticed about Big Baby Miller, he does throw a lot of punches and bunches, but his defense is not that great. So he will get clipped, and that's pretty much what I will be waiting for. Like I said, the fight will be very entertaining. But I do have Anthony Joshua winning that fight. But Big Baby Miller is not a slouch, but obviously I would like to see him step up in competition before he fights somebody like Anthony Joshua. Maybe fight somebody like I don't know, somebody like Dillian White. You should just fight Dillian White first, and then fight somebody like Anthony Joshua. But we know Dillian White wants that Anthony Joshua fight, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but I like the fight. It might not. I don't know. I favor Anthony Joshua too. But I think it'd be competitive though, as long as it lasts. Uh, my guy Tone Bangers in the chat. He said He was talking about Bermain Severn versus Joe Joyce. Yo, that fight is official. I seen
Oh
it's
yeah.
gonna it's happening because Bermain said it, and then it was another source that they said it's done. Basically, they just gotta announce it. So Joe Joyce versus Bermain Severn, February 23rd on the Gale versus Eubank undercard in the UK, the PBC first pay per view over there. So they gotta kind of put some good names on the undercard to kind of sell that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
As of right now, I have Joyce winning that fight. Uh, I've never been too high on Stavern in the first place, but he's a decent fighter. I think this is a good step up for Joyce to see where he's really at, in the sense of being like a title contender. But
Mm-hmm.
Joyce is very slow. Like the dude is slow as molasses, man. So I see Stavern hitting him and clipping him a little bit. But Joyce's chin is very tested. He has a good chin, so it should be a good fight for as long as it lasts. But I got Joyce by knockout.
Yeah, I got Joyce too. I don't. Bermain Severn is not the same after Deontay. The first
Yep.
fight and the second fight. And I don't see him. I just don't buy the fact that a guy that's so inactive and 40 plus years old is going to be the guy, a big, strong, awkward, slow guy. And I just can't see it. So I actually see Joe Joyce running through him, kind of like how Wilder did.
Oh, in the second fight, yeah, could be a possibility. Yeah, could see that. Thing is, Joyce is slow, so maybe he's a slow starter too. So could
Yeah.
really. That's the only thing. Are you excited about the Linares fight?
Really, to be honest with you, I'm definitely gonna watch it, but I'm not excited. I understand the politics behind it. If he wins, he'll be it's a title eliminator for the WBC for Jose Ramirez, and he's a free agent after this fight tonight. So I understand that part. But as far as the fight, I don't know. But I'm gonna say something about Cano though before I give it to you, right? Cano, I don't know if he got pictures of Oscar or he got some secret stuff with the WBC. This dude always get big fights. If you look at his box rec, this dude fought Shane Mosley, he
Yeah.
fought Paulie, he fought Eric Morales for a vacant the WBC 140 title. I don't know if he got them pictures like hidden somewhere. Is he leaking those pictures of Oscar or something? Because this dude getting fight. When he fought Eric Morales, he was 21. You know what I'm saying? And now he's 29. It seemed like he's been in the game like 20 years old. You know how how guys stay in college for 4 years. It seems like they've been there for 10. That's how it seemed like with Cano. So we'll see. You go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was pretty much gonna say, yeah, he fought Shane Mosley and Barrera and them guys back in the day. I think it's a good test to see where Linares is at 140. To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna beat any champions, especially not Jose Ramirez at 140. But it should be a good fight. I think Jorge should beat him convincingly. But yeah, man, that dude, Kano, he's been getting a lot of title shots, like you said. So maybe he does have those pictures.
He got some, man. So speaking of Hooker is in that division. He's a WBO champion at 140. He's a possibility for Jorge Linares if he re-signed with Golden Boy after this fight. He's fighting Mikel LaPierre, Southpaw.
Yeah,
He from
yeah,
Trinidad. I watched a
yeah.
couple of his fights. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, he slick southpaw, fast hands. He's 33. I don't know if that's a concern. He's 20-0 with 9 knockouts. He's challenging Maurice Hooker March the 9th on the zone. That's gonna be on the undercard of Bivol versus Joe Smith Jr. So you guys look out for that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, he's Trinidadian, just like myself. So you know what I'm saying, gotta represent Trinidadians. I hope he wins. I'll be rooting for him. But I
Right.
watched some footage. I watched some footage on him. I really don't think he's gonna beat Hooker, but I'm a root for him still because he's Trinidadian. I mean, it'd be a good fight, a good keep busy fight for Hooker. You know what I'm saying? Until the 140 WBS is all finished and Jose Ramirez, I don't think Hooker's gonna fight him. So
Yeah. Yeah, Algieri's on this card tonight too, and if he win and look good, he'll probably get Hooker later on after Hooker make his title defense. If he wins on in March the 9th. So it's some stuff shaping up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he got a tough task in front of him. Danny Jello, or however you say his last name. That dude, he's pretty nice, man. I was watching some footage on him. So and he's younger. He looks a little more fresh than Chris Algieri. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how that plays out. But
Yeah, yeah. Jose Gomez, welcome to the chat. Scrapbook Boxing, what's good, man? What's good? I enjoy your videos too. What's going on with you? But yeah, man. Yeah. So okay, we got Hooker. What about let's talk about Dylan White. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Possibly going to PBC. What you think about that and the outlooks of everything?
Uh, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't really see like a pay-per-view fight for him over there besides somebody like Deontay Wilder. Andy Ruiz just signed and he was on the Boxing Voice yesterday. He said he wants to fight Kaufman. And then I forget who else he said he wants to fight. So he's not really looking to go to title contention right away. He kind of wants to test the waters. So, I mean, really, if you just look at the whole layout of the heavyweights on the PBC side, there really isn't any pay-per-view fighters over there besides Deontay Wilder. So signing over there, if I was him, I'd put it in the deal that I got to fight Deontay Wilder or a shot at him, because other than that, there really isn't any point unless you could just stay over with Eddie Hearn and fight whoever, put it on pay-per-view, fight Usyk on pay-per-view, fight Pulev on pay-per-view, fight Emmanuel Char on pay-per-view, and the UK audience, they'll eat that up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see that point of view. I think Dylan White. It seems like to me that he's looking towards the future and trying to secure his future. And what I'm saying, he already manages fighters. You know what I'm saying. I think he's trying to take control of his career because I think Eddie been doing good for him financially, getting him fights and keeping him active, but he's still not getting the world title shot. So if you go with Al, just like how when Ortiz went with Al, his first fight, he had a fight scheduled, but he broke his hand and he got to get rescheduled. But after that, he fought Deontay. So he gonna make it happen for you. So if he want to go, it seems like he want to go the Deontay Wilder route. If he go to PBC, I agree with the pay per view thing about Deontay being a pay per view over there, but sure he can go. He can if he signed with PBC, he still got some options over there. Even if he trying to build his profile over here, because he can do that with some guys over here. It all depends. I think it's a good move if he do sign. You know what I'm saying? Because Al gonna take care of him.
yeah, I mean, if he wants to, like you just said, build his profile and then eventually get that Deontay Wilder shot, then yeah, I agree with that, because that would make the most sense to me. If not, stay in the UK and fight, Emmanuel Char for pay-per-view numbers and get money. But if he is managing fighters, it's probably actually an excellent idea to go with Al Heyman, because he's the most knowledgeable to get your fighters the most money. I would definitely go to Al Heyman, and if he's managing fighters in that case, then yeah. And
Yeah, and
also,
then
yeah,
go ahead,
Eddie
go
Hearn
ahead.
isn't really looking into Dillian White's best interests, if we're being honest. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
more so concerned about his cash cow, Anthony Joshua. So it makes a lot of sense for Dillian White to be fed up and tired of that. So going to Al Heyman might not be such a bad idea.
And another thing too, with him going to if he go to PBC, that would help him in negotiations with fights and winning purse bids. Because if you think about it, like we just talked about earlier, if Brian Jennings win, it's likely he'll be ordered to fight Dylan White because Dylan White #1 for the WBO mandatory, and he gonna need somebody like Al on his side if that should go to purse bid. Because we already seen Eddie Hearn been losing purse bids with all the money he got with the zone. He been losing purse bids, but if Al got handling the purse bids and the negotiation, maybe they can make something work. And also, if Rivas win, it'll make it even more easier. You know what I'm saying? Because Rivas is with PBC, so it all depends on what you're doing. Chris Randall, what's good, man? What's cracking with you? Yeah, so I like it though. I like it because Dylan White is shaking up things. You know what I'm saying? It makes it interesting for the heavyweight division because I'm pretty sure he can go. Eddie would still have him back if he wanted to. Even if he signed with Al and he wanted to have a better negotiation stance with AJ. You know what I'm saying? He got Al on his team, just like Al did for the Gale and Frampton and Lee Selby.
Or
They would
American, right? And
America
American.
exactly Amir Khan. So you know what I'm saying, having a strong guy on your team when you go to the negotiation table, he can't just give him no low ball offer like he did. You know what I'm saying, last week. He got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? Al don't play.
Yeah. Now you're 100% right. Actually, thinking about it, he should just go ahead and sign with Al Heyman and get a deal like Amir Khan does and DeGale and all those guys, because then he, like you just said, he can have Al Heyman do the financial side of it and advise him, you know what I mean, to get the best deals when you're working with somebody like Eddie Hearn. So yeah,
Yep.
I agree with
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Let's get talk about Vladimir Klitschko. So it's a story out there that Vladimir Klitschko is in talks with the Zone for a 3 fight deal. The first fight would be a tune up. The second fight, he said he want to fight Fury, and then the third fight with Anthony Joshua. But that may not happen dealing with with Fury and what he got going on with Frank Warren and Deontay. But it says it's real that Vladimir Klitschko want to come out of retirement. What do you think?
I mean, well, I don't know how much he has left. But he always stays in shape. That's one thing we know about Vladimir Klitschko. He's always in shape, um, and I think he's a very good fighter. He's very, to be honest, a little underrated. People kind of shit on him. I don't know why, but he is a good fighter, and we have to see how good he is though. So that tune up is very appropriate, so we can see where he's at and if Father Time has caught up with him or not. And yeah, I mean, that kind of puts the Fury versus Wilder fight, in my opinion, at risk. Because if Fury knows, hey, I can get this big payday with Klitschko instead of fighting Wilder on pay per view, because, Klitschko versus Fury will be on pay per view too. I don't know where, but it most likely will be. So that kind of puts that fight at risk a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It's just the thing if Frank gonna want to cut a deal with Eddie. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. I mean, they can throw Fury money, but I think Fury kind of loyal to Frank Warren, regardless of how it may seem. But I don't know. It's interesting, man. I like it. I don't know who Black can fight. I know Will Magic Man said, I hope it's not Areola. Sure, it might be. But we'll see. What's up, Angel? What's going on with you?
What's up, man? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you.
you got that new mic, man. It sounding crisp.
It's a new day.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Hey, I don't know if you was listening, man, but we just been going over Canelo Jacobs, Big Baby versus AJ possibility, uh, Rivas versus Jennings, Joe Joyce against Severn, Hooker, his fight. So you go ahead and cook on whatever you need to. Go ahead.
Sound
You
like a
got it.
whole lot of good fights to me.
Right.
Um, but I guess what Jacobs Canelo ain't well. I figured the Joshua fight gonna happen because Canelo and Jacobs not fighting at MSG. They fighting in Vegas, so I figure that's why they not fighting at MSG. So Anthony Joshua can. But how they gonna? I'm just curious on how they gonna feel that undercard if Jacobs fighting Canelo. I thought they was gonna try to use Jacobs on that undercard of Joshua and then have Jacobs and Canelo fight later in the year.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious how they gonna try to fill that undercard up now that Jacobs fighting Canelo in Vegas. But that's a good fight. Joshua, Big Baby, that's a good fight. It's gonna be. I thought Big Baby getting stopped. His style kind of cater into Joshua. I feel like he gonna walk right into one of them nasty uppercuts.
And the right hands too.
Yeah, because he like to go to the body, and Joshua gonna catch him. Like Big Baby love to attack the body, and so
Yeah.
he gonna reach down there and he gonna catch something. Canelo,
Yeah.
Canelo and Jacob. Um, I say Canelo is a hard uh like you know them shorter dudes. Like how he just fought Deverenchenko. He did good
Yeah.
against Deverenchenko, but Deverenchenko was just run. You know, he was running in. He was being real aggressive, trying to reach down to the body a lot. Jacobs was catching him. Jacobs was looking he was looking slicker than usual in that fight, I would say. Like he was slipping shots, hitting little short uppercuts on the inside when Deverenchenko was getting close to him, catching him with like little counter hooks and stuff. He was looking good in that fight, but I feel like with Canelo, you gotta be real aggressive and you gotta put punches together in bunches against him. Like you can't. I don't know. I don't feel like Jacob's slick enough to do that slick stuff against Canelo.
Yeah.
And if you want to win on the card, I feel like you would have to decisively be like winning. I don't know, man. That's a tough task to pull off to beat Canelo on the cards unless you drop him like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Floyd decisively beat Canelo, and he still
Yeah, he did.
didn't. So I mean, really, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody could beat Canelo on the cards. To be
Yeah,
honest, man.
he got that 114, and I was like, huh?
Yeah. This
Huh?
shit already filled out, man. They already got it filled up.
I mean,
Already.
don't get me wrong. Like, it's people that's just like hating on this fight. You know what I mean? I don't. It's not a bad fight. Or people would say like Jacobs not. He ain't gonna knock him out. I mean, Jacobs does have good knockouts over some durable guys. I mean, he the only dude that knocked out Peter Quillen.
Yeah,
He did it in 1 round. I mean, Caleb Truax was 168. Um, freaking DeGale got solid power, and DeGale was hitting him with everything, and he didn't stop him. Jacob stopped him after dominating him the whole fight. I mean, Jacob's got what is he like? 35 wins, 30 stoppages. He got good power. It's just with Canelo got a chin, so
Yeah.
you got to hit him with something. You got to hit him with something crazy.
yep,
Jacobs got good power. Jacobs, he knocked down his last three
Last three
opponents.
opponents. Yeah, that's what
And a
I'm
lot
saying.
of people they don't really look into that. He got a high knockout ratio.
Yeah,
He can punch. The thing I worry about Jacobs is he gonna stay focused and stay to the game plan the whole 12 rounds. He can't get out of it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know how like I always talk about when you fight Canelo or the big fights where these guys succumb to the pressure. Like I thought he succumbed to the pressure against Triple G. Maybe he learned from that because in the first couple of rounds he wasn't doing nothing against Triple G. Then he picked it up after the knockdown. You know what I'm saying? He can't get knocked down against Canelo. You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
over. Yeah, that's 3 points. That's 3 points.
yep.
Hey, one knock.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, one knockdown versus Canelo is 3 points. It's a steep
Yep.
slope.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah.
My thing is that I don't really know at 160 if he getting beat. Besides, like the only person I can see clearly boxing his head off maybe is Billy Joe Saunders, but he over here with nasal spray and blowing up to 180 pounds. So it's like that was the style. I was like, man, that's the worst matchup for him. I think Andre is
Yeah.
a bad matchup for him, but Andre, I he slip punches and then don't punch. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Like, so I don't know at 160. It might be a GG like Canelo. I don't know, man, because if you don't knock him out, and then Charlo, I don't like how he was like. I don't know if Korbab's not whack. Korbab's a good fighter, but that slipping and countering, Canelo do that better than Korbab.
By far.
Yeah, and he faster
Let
than
me,
Korbab too. And then
let me read some of the chat real quick. My bad, Andrew. I'll let you cook real quick. Let me read some of this. Real Magic Man said when they fight Canelo, they gotta have the mindset to KO that ginger, that ginger MF. That's the only way they're gonna win. That's true.
Yep.
I'm saying, did you see the shots he was taking from Triple G though? That man got a
Oh
chin.
yeah, it do.
That man got
Chris
a
Randall
chin,
said.
man.
Chris Randall said, "I got Canelo. I don't think no one currently at 160 or 54 can beat him, but I do believe it's going to be a great fight." Yeah, I'm with that mindset too. I with
Yep.
that mindset. Jose Gomez says, "How does Lil Mayweather beat Canelo, but Triple G and Jacobs can't?" Something laugh out loud. Something suspicious going on. I think because Mayweather outboxed him, like, and Mayweather was walking him down.
If we
He
being
was,
honest though, Triple G kind of edged the first fight.
He did.
yeah. I thought Triple G won the first fight too, but Mayweather he was doing anything he wanted to against Canelo. I can't remember around Canelo won that fight. I watched that. I watched it on the Zone the other day. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't see it.
The zone.
you can't compare Jacobs and who else did he said the Floyd though? Floyd a
It's a
different animal.
it's a Triple G and
Yeah,
Floyd.
Floyd different, man. That's unfair. You know what I'm saying? Floyd know
Uh,
how to fight inside, outside. He know how to fight every single way, man. That dude, he does it all. You know what I'm saying? Jacobs, I like Jacobs, but sometimes he has a lull in his fights,
yeah,
and then yeah, like you said, he loses focus, and then he allows his opponent to come back in, and you can't do that with Canelo because then you're gonna catch a mean right hand, a mean counter right hand. Yeah, I don't know,
yeah.
man. Jacobs, he can't overreach his jab. He got to be focused versus Canelo.
Retro boxing. What's good, man? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, man. I enjoy your throwback videos, man. I love those shits. I been I been having that shit on repeat, man. I appreciate those. Yeah, man. So
Your
let's
margin
talk
for
about
error against Canelo is just very, very low.
yeah,
Yep.
that's true. Yeah, you gotta find a perfect fight, and that's crazy that we talking like that because we already know how the judge is gonna be. They can't lose their cash. That's crazy. It should just be straight up and down. Like I watched the fight last night on the Mayweather card. They didn't give that kid no favors. The prospect Dylan Price, he got knocked down in the first round, and he struggled to win that. Like he struggled to get back in that fight. I gave the other guy 4 rounds and they actually gave the other guy the decision, not the prospect. So you know what I'm saying? That's how they should do it every fight. Whoever wins, that's who's supposed to win instead of that other shit they be doing.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
boxing's a business, man.
It
It's a
is. It is.
business.
Yeah. Some bullshit. Still some bullshit.
But
Hey, I want
as much
I
as
want to talk about something. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
my thing, oh yeah, with the Canelo thing too. But back on the AJ and Miller, as much as people hate to admit it, it's a low margin for error against Joshua too. Because like I said, he
Yep.
slipped up one time against Joshua to fight over. Look at Povetkin. He man,
Oh
he
my god.
he overreached one time. Boom, counter all over with. Klitschko, and that boy could take a punch too. Because he was taking. I rewatched that Klitschko fight. That boy could take a punch. So his chin tested to me. And Dillian White fight, his chin was tested, but I don't know. Those two guys, I feel like it's gonna be hard to beat either one of them. Like, you got to fight a
Anthony,
perfect fight.
yeah, but Anthony Joshua sometimes he doesn't move his head, but he does he has a high guard, so he's catching your shots.
I mean,
But
that's
he
a
does,
heavyweight thing though.
yeah, yep,
That's a heavyweight thing though. Most of them don't move their head. It's Tyson Fury, but I mean, for the most
yeah.
part,
That's a fact.
motherfuckers slugging. Even they
And
say
the
a lot of people say Ortiz the best. He don't even got good head movement.
well,
Yeah,
he got good positioning though.
And he
Like
got good
his
positioning.
position is like on point, and he always there to counter you. You know what I'm saying?
he didn't look like he was liking Kaufman's movement. Like when Kaufman was moving around, he seemed kind of frustrated. Like he was like stand still and fight. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think a mover could give Ortiz a look like somebody like Tyson Fury. Yeah, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
a bad matchup for him.
Malik
But
Scott
Tyson,
gave him trouble.
yeah,
Malik
that's
Scott was
yeah,
running. That boy was running. So was the bell
yeah.
ring. He was gone. What y'all think about Soren Vegan side? He supposed to be signed with the zone. Uh, well, it was talks before about him going to ESPN and fighting Jerwin Cajas, the IBF champion. Sora is the WBC champion. They're supposed to unify, but now he going to the zone. He gonna try to fight Kyle Ufai and Chocolatito. What y'all think about that, man?
I'm not mad at it. I mean,
Okay,
it'd be a good fight for
all
both.
right. I from what I heard, I thought that Chocolatito was getting the Cali fight. So was he trying to fight the winner of that? I felt like if he was gonna fight the winner of that, he should have just fought in Kajas and then fought the winner of that.
I'm with you on that. I think well, see, Chocolatito is the wild card because he's a free agent. He haven't signed yet. It's just talks. You know what I'm saying? So I think he gonna go wherever Triple G goes. So they run together. But I think it makes sense. It makes for real. It
Like
makes sense for
why?
right. It makes
Yeah.
sense for Soar and your father to unify because they can still unify. I mean, it don't matter if it's a unification. I'm with it. It don't matter if it's a WA or whatever. As long as they don't put that damn IBO in that shit, I'm with it. Don't put that in there. But put everything else in there. WA, WC, WO, all that.
I'm well, I gotta see. I said, Rumberside, he got power, he got a chin. I wasn't really that impressed with his last two performances. I feel like if you're a real good boxer, you could beat him. He one dimensional, but like at that size, you can be one dimensional. Because Chocolatito was one dimensional. You know what I mean? But
What? You think so?
I know, like
Choc-
he not, no, okay. Look, Chocolatito wasn't super one dimensional. Like he had a little bit of wrinkles, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't
I
like
like his footwork, man. His footwork nice.
yeah, he got good
Chocolatito?
footwork, but his footwork is good coming forward. Like
Right.
he good at cutting off the ring, landing power punches. You know what I mean? Rumberside, the fight he lost to Cardridge, like he was Cardridge was boxing him, and like yeah, he had trouble with Estrada. Estrada was boxing, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Estrada nice too, man.
Yeah,
I
Estrada
like
nice.
Chocolatito. He's good. He got good footwork. He cuts an angle real good. When like he'll put you on the ropes, cut an angle real quick, and start laying off shots and whatnot. Like he good. He just too. I think
Yeah,
he
he
was
real
too
small. He like
small. Yeah.
5'10",
Yeah. So it's like he's always gonna be at a disadvantage,
and his arms not
unfortunately.
long either. So it's like you're a little compact, little dude, and your
Yep.
best asset is coming forward. So it's like, yeah, that's tough.
Stormy B man, what's good, man? Hey, salute. Welcome to the chat, bro.
But then again,
Yeah.
Talia Fight didn't look good in his last performance, and then Kajas didn't look good in his last performance.
Yeah. And I think Soul Fight, he fought last year like September in that one championship. It's a mixed martial arts event. Yo, I think the guy name was Diaz or something. He was trained by Juan Manuel Marquez. Yo, he was struggling in that fight.
Yeah,
So that's why I say it's better because the smaller guys once they hit 30, they done. They not like the heavyweights or the light heavyweights. The light heavyweights they can still and the heavyweights once they hit 30 or 30 and on, they can still mature. But once a smaller weight guy that's been coming up 4 divisions hit 30, that's a wrap for them. They probably got like 2 more fights. So it's
Except
best for them
except Manny
guys.
Pacquiao.
Well, you
Except
know
Man-
what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's another live stream right there. But
toot, toot, toot.
yeah, but majority of them once they hit that 4 weight division, that's their cap. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say go ahead and get this unification out the way, while you guys can still be competitive and fight at a high level.
Yeah, that's why it threw me off why Inoue didn't fight these dudes because I'm like, man, you could probably wipe the floor with once you could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have
Yeah.
probably smashed them with like Chocolatito style was just horrible for Inoue. And
Oh my
Rumble
God.
side.
Yeah.
Rumble side can have that iron chin running up, getting hit with them bombs all he wants to. But Inoue got movement. He can box. And like and he got crazy power. I feel like he would have smashed Rumble side. Yeah,
And
Chocolatito.
he's a great body puncher too. A
Yeah.
great body puncher. He's good. He probably got like if you go by skills, like pound for pound and skills, he's got to be top 5 because that dude he can do everything. He can punch,
Yep.
body, go to the body. He got a
Only
good
thing I don't like
jab.
is when he drop his hands when he backing. I don't like when he do that. He do that. He do it a little bit too
Yeah.
Yeah,
much for my liking. But he be
Hey, but even
dominating.
even even Muhammad Ali did it, a couple times just himself in a career. Boxers get lazy sometimes and they do that. So it's not. I mean, yeah, he should definitely fix that though. But yeah, in a way, man, his body shots they nasty, man.
Yeah.
He pivots into it, just nasty.
And you hear him too. Like even when they halfway block, you hear him like smack. Like ooh,
yeah,
that boy got
yes,
some
sir.
power.
How y'all feel about Bud versus Khan?
I mean, it's stretch season. I mean, no disrespect, Angel. I know you like Khan, but yeah, Khan going to sleep, man. He going to sleep.
I got Con UD.
I knew you was gonna say that. I know you was
Con
gonna say
Con
that.
Con UD, man. He gonna shock the world, man. And then go down as one of the greats.
I like this fight though. I like this fight, man. It's a test. It's a test for both guys. It's
And
a
we talked
different.
about
It's
that
a
the other day, how it could be one of the fights of the year.
yeah. It's a different. It's a style that can give Bud some problems with the hand speed. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah, but
combination punches. Go ahead.
Bud fought somebody who was speedy already, and you know what I mean, he smashed him. You know what I'm saying, Gamboa. But I
Yeah.
mean, Khan
True.
right now, Khan right now, I don't think his speed was what it was, but you never know, man. He's going with Snack, right? So he could get Snack strong real quick, and then
Uh,
speed comes back all of a sudden, and say he's Khan from 2014. You know what I'm saying?
I, I,
So
I, yeah, I just think though, Bud is a different type of animal than them guys that he's just overwhelmed with his power. I mean, not his power, with his speed. Because when Bud got dog in him, and Bud is real good. Once he figure you out, that's a wrap for you. I mean, you're gonna have to unless you keep switching up your game plan. And Khan don't switch his game plan up. You know what I'm
nah,
saying? And if Khan struggled, he had 10 weeks for what's his name, Sammy Vargas, and he still didn't look too good. Now imagine 10 weeks for Bud
Okay, back
and
back
what
back
Bud
to
brings to the table. Go
back to the
ahead.
Sammy Vargas fight. Okay, look.
Yeah.
I rewatched no, I was just saying I rewatched that fight 3 times. I rewatched it 3 times because after the Bud fight got announced. Like, man, let me go back and watch that. So hopped on the zone, checked it out. Hey, I look. The zone is cool with that archive stuff. I like that archive, like having all of the fights there to go back to. Like you ain't got to go on YouTube and search for them, nothing like that. That's cool. But
Yeah.
I rewatched the Sammy Vargas fight a couple times. He slipped up. He got a little overconfident after he dropped what he dropped Vargas 2 times.
He dropped him one. He dropped him in the second once, and then he got dropped towards the end of the round. The second. That's what you
Yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about?
yeah. He got yeah, he I seen him, he got overconfident. And that's why I like that he went back to Virgil Hunter. Because that one slip up right there would have been lights out against Crawford. Uh
Yep.
he when and Joe Guzman was like, knock him out. You gotta go for the knockout. Let's go, knock him out, Con. Stop boxing, knock him out. You know what I mean? And I was like, what? What? You know, like he is one of them to go in there and I mean, for me, that was a what? 10-10. I mean, or a 9-9 round, whatever. It was a draw round because it knocked 2 knockdowns. But the rest of the fight, he won pretty comfortably, pretty easy. He dominated mostly every round. He was washing Vargas. I mean, but like I said, you got dropped by Vargas at the end of the day, so it's gonna be like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You can't get hit flush by Crawford. Like I and Crawford know how to put his punch. Crawford not gonna throw one. He gonna throw a
Yeah.
yeah.
couple of them because he like with Benavidez, he was lighting him up, and with Jeff Horn, he was lighting Horn up.
Jose Gomez in the chat said, "Khan fights beautiful with softballs," and I agree with that.
Yeah, I think Crawford
He's
gonna fight
nice.
him orthodox though.
Yeah, well, you know what though? I actually think he's gonna fight him the way he been fighting southpaw.
Yeah.
Bud is stubborn, man. Just because you good at something, and that don't mean he have to change what he have to change. You know what I'm saying? He's still successful. I don't think Bud gonna stop him. I think it's gonna be a unanimous decision for Bud. But
Man,
you
yeah, I'm
never know.
tripping. Bud
I
gonna
don't think
punch
so.
with Bud is gonna punch with Khan, and he's gonna clip him. And then once he clips him, Bud is gonna finish him. That fight over.
I can see that. I think it's gonna be a good tactical fight until Bud figure out what he's doing, and that's it. Once he figure that out, it's over. Whether
Crawford
it's
got
a
good
stop,
hand speed too. He got real
yeah,
good hand speed. So I
and
mean,
he's
yeah, like
strong.
it's
Strong.
gonna be a good fight because Crawford can't really. I mean, he doesn't have one knockout punch power. So yeah, I mean that gives Khan a little bit more of a chance, but I don't think Vargas had knockout power either. Samuel Vargas. So, uh, shit. That's what I'm saying. His
No,
chin,
yeah, the
Khan's
chin because
chin.
he got buzzed by Chris Algieri. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and I just okay, I already remembered. Khan did he They dropped each other in the second, and he dropped Vargas again in the third. He won the cards like 119, 108. He people dominated that fight, but that's not the point. The point is you got caught.
Yeah.
If
And
you
the
get
thing,
caught,
another
if you get caught by Crawford, it's a different story.
Yep.
another thing in that fight that I see, Khan, he likes to hold in the inside. Bud is good at kind of like peeling you off of him because I guess that's his wrestling background, whatever. He low key strong, so I don't think Khan gonna be able to, what I'm saying, clinch so much like he did. Like he was doing it against Peterson, and he was pushing off a lot. See,
Collazo.
I don't think he want to do that so much because that gives when he pushing off, that's giving Bud opportunity to counter him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And Crawford's body work too is going to slow Khan down. Crawford got some good body combinations people sleep on. He's just a
Yeah,
good combination puncher in general, man.
he can do it all, man. He that's why he's the best fighter. That's why he's my best fighter, pound for pound in the world. He's that dude good, and he got that dog in him.
Hey, you didn't even you didn't mention Andrade's fight.
Yeah, man. Because I remember Jalik was talking about why people don't talk about Andrade. I'm glad you brought that up. Why nobody talk about him as being one of the best fighters, and because Andrade he's not active enough. And then when he do fight, he's not fighting people that we really know. And he do that. Well, I don't know what happened to his career. I don't get into all that, the promotional side, but he ain't really do himself no favors because I hate to see fighters call other fighters and they don't have no fight schedule. Like you go to all the events, you call out Charlo, you call out all these guys, but you're not fighting. So you gain momentum by calling them out, but you lose momentum when you're not fighting. So that's the biggest thing with him that he's not active enough to be able to capitalize on his momentum. You know.
The dude he's fighting though, he's a southpaw. Arthur, I forget, I don't know his last name or how to pronounce it, but the dude he's
Yeah.
fighting is a southpaw. He looks strong. He's not a knockout artist. He doesn't have that many. I think he has like half of his fights are knockouts, but he's not too strong to the point where Andrade could get knocked out or anything like that. But he does look aggressive. So it should be a good fight. Obviously,
Yeah,
Andrade should win.
Yeah, he's aggressive. I seen him fight. I seen the Billy Joe fight when he fought him. He's aggressive. But he's like, I don't know. He be trying to box, but he's trying to be aggressive on the front foot. He's decent. I don't see him giving Andre no problems, but it's what it is.
Yeah, I got him probably maybe getting stopped. Andrade hit him with the same shots he just hit that Walter K with. Andrade dropped him like 4 times. So like Andrade probably stopped this dude.
Yeah, Walter K won't going. He won't going nowhere that night. He was getting hit with some shit. He won't going nowhere. But yeah, man, I like this. I like that Andrade is active, but it's a point in time he gonna have to start fighting somebody that what I'm saying that's gonna give him a challenge. And
That's what
the
I'm
way
saying.
go ahead.
At least a Gary Spike O'Sullivan level, like he ain't even fighting that. Like, and
Yeah.
Gary Spike trash to me. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta fight like at least a Spike O'Sullivan and a Dom. I feel what's my man's name? Rob Brandt got a better resume than him at 160 just off beating Murata.
Yeah.
You gotta fight somebody that's like with a pulse.
To be honest, man, if he's gonna try to unify, man, he better start fighting some better competition because those guys aren't gonna get you ready for Jacobs and Canelo.
Facts.
I don't even think he's looking to unify. To be honest, I think he's just gonna stay in the WBO rankings and just fight whoever they got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Canelo might want to come for that belt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was talking about being an undisputed middleweight and stuff. So, I mean, if Canelo say I want that belt, they gonna force him into that fight, whether he want to or not.
Yeah, I agree, Retro. He don't want to fight the best. He doesn't. Yeah, he don't fight the best. He need to. I mean, because that's why I like, man. I don't like to get into all the outside of the shit. I want to see the fights. If you gonna fight, okay, cool. I don't like watching interviews when you talking shit about a fighter that you're not even trying to fight. That's why I just hey, when's your next fight? That's what I want to know. If I was interviewing you, when your next fight? Oh, you fight him? Okay, cool. You know, so I hope you have a good performance. That's it. I won't even talk to him that long because they just talking bullshit. 'Cause they know they're not trying to fight Charlo or whatever or whoever. He's not trying to fight the best right now. He just said he's not trying to unify with Jacobs. Like both of y'all got belts, but y'all ain't trying to unify. It gotta be bigger. Man, come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. I just want to see y'all fight. Y'all like gonna fight? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? On to the next.
Hey, you know who do fight the best?
Who that?
Amir King Khan.
Uh, King Kong. He do. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like how he was chasing Floyd and Pat for them years and
Man, he
wasting
He didn't
wasted
his
fight Brook though. He didn't fight Brook though.
he wasted too
yeah,
much of his career.
that's true. He should have fought Brook. He should have been fighting Brook while he was chasing Mayweather and Pac-Man.
Hey
Facts.
man. Look, all I'm saying is who fought the better competition, him or Brooks? Who unified, him or Brooks?
That's true.
Yeah, he was nice at 140.
My boy
We
was
didn't even
fighting
talk
like he
about
put the work in.
we didn't even talk about Badu Jack versus Brown, man.
Oh yeah,
That's a good fight too, man.
that's a banging fight right there. I like that one.
Y'all know I got Badu.
I got Badu too. I just love that fight, man, because it's like it's a perfect type of fight. It's like a high level crossroads fight with a lot of stuff on the line, like a world title shot next. You know what
My
I'm saying? Badu Jack coming off what he been doing. Go ahead, bro.
my thing with Marcus Brown is he be getting clipped and he be like, it seemed like he be losing focus in like the middle of the fight. You know what I mean? And the guy, it
Hmm.
just so happens the guys he was fighting like Hot Rod and
Castillo.
the last little dude he fought, they wasn't killers. You know what I mean? But Badu
Yep.
was killer. Like if he hurts you, he gonna try to take you out. So you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just think Marcus Brown gonna drop his hands. He gonna get caught. Gonna get clipped by Badu. Badu gonna put it on him, pressure him, attack him. Like 'cause once Badu got you hurt, he gonna jump on you.
Yeah,
Yep. He
Badu
got
is
Clip
the
versus
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
he got Clip versus Castillo or Castillo, and yeah, and I forgot who else he clipped him, but yeah, Brown puts his hands down like you just said. Badu's gonna get on this side and just outwork him, out hustle him, but Jack does slow down in like mid rounds, but then he picks it up. So I think he probably stopped Brown, honestly. Brown got some power though. It's a
Yeah,
good fight.
That's my pick. I got Badu by late stoppage. I like Badu, man. He good at like everything. He's not great at like one thing, but he good. Like he one of the best body punchers in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He that dude go to the body crazy. I just think he gotta pick up his activity a little bit sooner and don't let Marcus Brown, kind
Yeah,
of stay on the
he
outside
gotta
and
be
try to
more
box.
decisive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause,
Marcus Brown can box a little bit. He got a little pop too. He can pop.
yeah, Brown can box. Badu beat some good guys. You know what I'm saying? He beat
Yeah,
some good guys in his career, but he gotta like in that Adonis Stevenson fight, he could have had that if he would have just stepped on the gas.
yeah. That whole card though, Pack AB, that undercard tight, man. I know a lot of people probably don't check for it because it ain't no really big names that you can remember, but they have some good style matchup like Rashid Warren against Al Dhabi. They fought in the Olympics. That's a good fight. That guy, I'm gonna call him Nordine, his first name. I don't want to mess his last name up, but he can fight, man. And he can punch a little bit, and he's trained with Roy Jones. I don't know, the effect of that, but it's just the storylines into it, plus they 50-50 fights. And then the first fight of the pay-per-view was Jack Tapora. That's Manny Pacquiao's protege. He's on the banner, the Pacquiao banner. He's fighting Hugo Ruiz. He's a tall guy for the division, and he's a former two weight champion. So it's some 50-50 fights and some good fights on the undercard. I know a lot of people, so they probably ain't checking for it, but I am.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Tapora fight.
Yeah, he can fight.
I
He can
think
punch.
I think Jack versus Brown will be the fight of the night, though. To
Yeah,
be
it will.
honest,
I'm with that. Yep, I agree with that.
Hey, actually, Tapora is what he interim WBO or WBA.
He's a WBA interim. You know how they do. I'm trying to get me a belt, man.
Wait, they
For
got
real.
okay. So Leo Santa Cruz is the super champ.
Super.
Jesus Rojas is the regular champ, and then Tapora is the interim champ.
That shit dumb as hell, man. I never understand that. Other than they trying to get some money off these fighters, but far as like the fan, like if I talk to casual fans and I you know what I'm saying, we talk about this stuff and they be like, man, why is it like that? Why you got three champions in one division? I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. I can't even explain it. I can explain this about anything else, but I cannot explain that. So
I
I don't know.
personally like the four belts. You know what I mean? Um, I like having four different title holders because you get a you get a grip of different good fights. You know what I mean? Like like um like even at welterweight, okay, like you got guys like in a high in the WBA, like say if you got Jamal James versus Keith Thurman, that would be a nice solid fight. Ugas versus Porter, you know what I mean? Then WBO, you just got a good ass fight with Terrence Crawford versus Benavidez. So sometimes it's like, you know what I mean? The mandatories end up being real good fights, like Valdez and Quigg. You know what I'm saying? And then Leo and Mares, because Mares was his mandatory, because Mares was the regular champ. And Gary and JoJo, you see what I mean? Like it was some
Yeah.
good fights just based off the mandatories.
But see, what I don't like about the four sanctioned bodies, man. One, they corrupt as hell. Let's get that out there. And then for two, they don't even follow their own rules. Now, if they had like four station bodies and they all had the same rankings, you know what I'm saying? So for one through 10, or I say they should cut off 15 to 1 through 10 with the same guys. It's in each. They should be in each one. So IBF, all of them, IBF, WBC, WBO, so forth. It should have the same rankings going all the way down if they're gonna keep it. Because
I'm
it don't
saying,
make no sense.
I'm just saying
hey,
last
that's
year, just last year though, just last year, IBF, like we talking about featherweight last year,
Oh yeah,
featherweight
yeah, I
IBF.
feel you.
You got Lee Selby versus Josh Warrington. WBC, you got Gary versus JoJo. WBA, you had Leo versus Mares. And then WBO, you had Valdez versus Quigg. So you got good fights across the board, all mandatory.
Yeah, I feel that though. But if you keep it legit, you gotta be legitimate though. Like you can't be from like they be having guys in WO that's from Africa, and they like undefeated, and they all had all their fights in Africa. Then they like number one, and then you like I never who is this guy? Then he come over here and get smashed. You know he
Or,
don't deserve that ranking. Then they
or like
have they
yeah.
have like they
even
Hey,
have like one.
IBF
even though Saddam Ali got destroyed, uh,
IBF does the same thing too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Saddam Ali got destroyed by Munguia, but I don't understand how Munguia even got that title shot.
that's what I'm saying though, because he was in the top 15. Let's say we know who the top five heavyweights is, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's forget the champions, not including Wilder and Joshua, right? So the top five, you'll say Fury, Big Baby, no particular order. Fury, Big Baby, Ortiz, White, and who else? Let's throw in Brazil, right? That's five, right? Why that top five is not the top five in all the other sanctioned bodies? It don't make no sense. That top
Because
five is all different.
I'm saying Pulev beat better competition than Big Baby and Luis Ortiz. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's like,
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying Pulev should be
Povetkin too.
if Pulev is number, let's say he's number three in the WBC, he needs to be at least be either two in the WBO, number one in the IBF, at least the top five. Don't even be out the rankings. Period. Like he in this rankings, he in this rankings, but he not in this rankings. You know what I'm saying? That's just corrupt to me. I'd be better off just having one belt, and then all the contenders, y'all fight each other, and whoever the next contender, then y'all fight the champion, and so on and so forth. I mean, that's just confusing to me having all them belts.
I think the contenders should fight the top five, and then the top five should fight the champions. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
contenders
yeah.
get a shot at the top five, they beat the top five, then they become the top five, and then they could get a shot at the champ.
Yeah. Hey, legendary Top Cats, what's good, bro? Hey, thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, but it is. But you're right though, Angel. It's been some good fights, like the mandatories in the featherweight division. That's why I say, and me and you both say, the featherweight division is the best division in boxing, in my
That's
opinion. In
because
your
that's because it's not the money division. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah, I mean, but
yeah,
they got a deeper pool of talent though. Like
yeah.
my thing is in welterweight. Like I said, Josh Warrington came out of nowhere and beat Lee Selby. You're not gonna have somebody come out of nowhere and beat Errol Smith in the IBF rankings because they IBF rankings is not that good anyway. And
I
like
know.
you seen him Errol Smith drop old boy in the first round and it was over. One body shot.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But Josh Warrington got in there and put that pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scott Quigg gave out as a good fight. You had Morris and Leo was a good fight. Jojo Diaz, he lost, but he put up a good fight. The rankings is competitive in featherweight because they got better talent pool in general. Like you got Jesus Rojas. If he fought Leo, that would be a good fight. If Topuria fought Leo, it would be a good fight. You know, or if they fought each other, it's like it's just a
Well,
way deeper pool of talent.
that division's the most stacked, and also, promoters aren't going to lose that much money um, matching those guys up versus like the big money makers in the welterweight, heavyweight, or middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So it's no sweat off their back to give us the good fights at those smaller divisions. Unfortunately,
yeah. It's crazy but this having 3 champions in one division about the same sanctioning body, that shit is trash. I don't care. You can't convince me that shit is good for the sport.
But
hey, don't
hey,
they? Don't the WBC?
I'm
Don't the
biased.
W?
To be fair though, even when the featherweight was getting, you know what I'm saying? I
You
mean,
talking about
Leo, like I
Nassim?
said, Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Marius, all of them guys, they get like the same amount of purses as like Sean Porter and Danny. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get like the same amount as them guys. But even when it was the money division, like Nassim was getting some big purses. Manny
Yep.
Pacquiao, Barrera, Marquez, they was getting big purses doing solid pay-per-view numbers, and they was still all fighting each other. Morales, all of those guys.
That's true. Yeah, you got a point there.
Hey, oh yeah. Hey, what's the noise in the background? That's you, unbiased?
Yeah, my bad.
That boy getting some work in.
Yeah, I'm on the treadmill right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. It's all good.
My man's about to return to the ring. Crawford versus Khan undercard.
Yeah, man. So yeah, what else we got? Brian Castanos versus Lara and Ortiz versus Hammer. That's been announced on March the 2nd at the Barclays Center. What you think about that, man?
Lara took a good amount of time off, so he should come in there fresh, ready, nice. You know what I mean? So that should be a good fight. Castano is good. Castano a good fighter, but he ain't fought nobody Lara level yet. So
Yeah, but Laura's legs is gone though.
I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
think. I don't think. We was talking about her just got a certain style. You know what I mean? Like her just got a certain style that's just like you not running from him, bro. You gonna have to fight him. Like it ain't no.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying? Look how fresh and good Tony Harrison looked versus Jamel, and look how quick his stamina was depleting versus her. He just them body shots that land on you, that pressure. It's just different. He just got a different style. So
I agree.
I'm gonna lean towards Lara a little bit, and Castano can win, but I'm gonna lean towards Lara off experience, and he did take a good amount of time off to come back fresh. And I'm leaning towards Ortiz to stop Christian Hammer.
Yeah, Ortiz should stop Christian Hammer. I mean, that's easy work. But Brian Castano though, he's actually a little underrated. He beat Dervinchenko in that tournament, and he has a good skill set. He could beat Laura. I think it's a possibility. I think that's a 50-50 fight, especially in this stage in Laura's career.
Yeah, I favor Lara like 55-45.
Yeah, avid boxing fan, what's good, bro? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I do believe Laura's legs is gone, man. Because I think, and this is my reason because I believe with a guy, I know her, he do take a lot out you, and he make you fight. But if he had legs, I would think he would have used them against her instead of standing in the pocket. I mean, maybe Hurd is that good that he can make you fight with him. You know what I'm saying? Props to him. But
I'm just saying he did it against you. Look, okay, my thing is he did the same thing to Trout and Tony Harrison, and when both of them fought Jamel, the same thing didn't happen to them. They didn't
yeah,
look tired,
that's
like
good.
they didn't
That's
look
true. That's
gassed out.
facts. Facts. I agree with that. But I mean, what's Gregory White? What's good? That's whose echo is that? That's me or you? Angel, that's you.
I don't know. I'm echoing.
No, I hear myself echo.
Oh, I don't know. Let me see
But
something.
yeah, that's I like that fight though, man. But Castano, he's a shorter guy. You know what I'm saying? I seen they had him listed 6'1". Nah, he probably like 5'8", 5'7". But he can fight. He can fight though. He got some good skills.
Yeah,
He
I
should
just
give
looked it up. It says
Laura.
5'7". That's gonna hurt him against
Yeah,
Lar.
yeah, Laura. I mean, I believe Laura can. He can still. I think I don't know what he got left. Let's put that out there. I don't know what Hurd took out of him. Now, if he's anything like he was before Hurd, I favor him. But when you in them tough fights like that with a big guy, that shit it take its toll, and it's proof of that because he fought last April and he fighting again March of like 11 months later. So you know what I'm saying it had to take some type of effect.
Yeah, I mean, Castano right now, man, he should. I mean, he should be the favorite because he's younger and fresher at the moment. But Laura's skill set makes it a 50-50 fight. Especially, yeah, like you said, we don't know what Hurd took out of Laura, and but Castano, man, he has some good skill set, and that overhand looping overhand that he threw, I think he rocked Derevchenko with that. He could, you know what I'm saying? He could hurt Laura at any point in this fight. He could punch too. Has solid power, man.
501, what's good, man? Thanks for joining the chat.
I got I got Lara winning by UD. I think Lara should just move up to 160 after this fight though, and try to get a bigger fight up there.
Yeah, or Ortiz and Hammer though. I mean, that's a showcase to me. I think after this, it's time for Ortiz to step it up. Like
Hey
he,
Lauren,
yeah,
Ortiz get a step up too, but you what you we were just talking about Andrade stepping up. You
yeah,
think if Lara was to beat Castano, you think if he move up and fight Andrade, that'd be a dope fight?
yeah. I like that fight. They supposed to been fought before. I think Laura beat him in the amateurs, so that's a good one.
Cause you just saying
Yeah,
like Andrade need to fight some better competition. Lara win over Castano, that'd be some nice momentum to move up to middleweight and challenge for a title.
yeah.
Hey, but for Ortiz, what's the next step up fight for him? So if Dillian White signs over there, then those two could fight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a good
I
fight.
like that fight. I like probably him in Brazil. I think he beats both of them, but still, there's good fights for him.
I don't
Who
know
else?
about that.
Y'all think?
I don't know about Dillian,
You
man.
think so?
I don't know if he's gonna beat Dillian White, but Brazil, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like
I got him beating Brazil, but Dillian different.
Brazil's slow, but he got some good power too. He's a slow starter though.
Yeah, he's
But
slow.
Dillian
Period.
White, I don't know about that. I don't know if he's gonna beat Dillian White, man. That dude a warrior, man. He come in that
I,
fight balls to the wall, man. You gotta knock Dillian White out clean. He gonna just keep coming.
that's true, but I just like I said, I like Ortiz with his skills, what he brings to the table. Like he's kind of rare. Most guys that fight like him, they don't have no power. You know what I'm saying? They fight, with their slick style and a good counter punch. They don't got no power, but this dude got power. And if he catch White with that stuff, White kind of wild too, man. You know what I'm saying? A
Yep.
lot of people they get on Deontay about it. But White, he wild too, and But one thing I do like about White, he kept his composure in the second Shazor fight because he had Shazor hurt in the first round with that right hand, But instead of jumping on him, he just went back. He tried to box and try to wait it out and take his time. So
Dillian White could actually box though. Dillian White could box when he wants to. He could
he
box.
boxed a little bit.
He could box. He could brawl. You know what I'm saying? You wanna just make it into a fight. He could do that. So he could. You know what I mean, but I would favor Ortiz. But I gotta see more of Ortiz. Like I know it's unfortunate he didn't get the fights that he wanted, but I just need to see more of Ortiz. But the skill set is definitely there for Ortiz. But I need to see it against solid opponents, not Kaufman, and Kanjanu. Jennings is a good name. I think Jennings is very good. So that's a solid win for him. But I just want to see him fight better competition. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that.
I mean, I wouldn't even have minded seeing Ortiz versus Huey Fury or something like that. Just like I don't know, this anything.
Man,
but
I got so excited though.
This year, I want AJ Ortiz after AJ and a Big Baby.
I got so excited for the Usyk versus Ortiz news, man. I was like, damn, okay, man, that was a letdown, man.
When is Usyk even gonna fight? Like, what is he doing?
He's probably gonna fight Povetkin.
That's a good fight for him too. That's why I'm like, I hear these rumors and stuff. I want to make sure it's like it sounds good, but I want to make sure that shit real because that shit get you hyped. And then when he don't fight, they don't fight each other. You be like, oh man, he ducking. That's the first thing we say. He ducking.
Yeah, and it's not like Usyk put that news out, right? It's some random YouTube channel that started putting that news out. So how is it Usyk ducking when he didn't put that news out? You know what I'm saying? That don't really make sense, but okay.
I want to see. I mean, Usyk. I don't know what he should do, man.
Povetkin's the best.
Yeah, go ahead.
Povetkin makes the most sense right now because he just got stopped. So that's something that's like is an easier fight for him. And he should win right now because, timing is everything in boxing. So I would say that right now, Povetkin's the best choice. It's the best name available, and it's the easier fight because Parker had his 2 tune-ups. So that's probably a more dangerous fight at this time for Usyk.
Yeah. Jaleel the leader, what's good, man? What's going on with you? Yeah. What else? We touched on. Let's talk about Shakur Stevenson on the Brian Jennings card, man. How y'all like him as a prospect, and what you think should be next for him when he get this win, if he get this win on tonight?
Man, go after those champions, man. You know what I'm saying? Since he wants all the work, go ahead, man. I'm not trying to stop any prospect that wants to become a champion, especially when I'm looking at their skill sets. And Shakur Stevenson's skill set is very good to me. Him, Devin Haney, Teofimo, those guys, man, they could probably beat some champions right now if they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Especially Shakur Stevenson, I think.
Yeah, there's some good ass prospects out there. I like him because he been sitting down on his punches more, and he been looking strong in there his last couple of fights. He had a good 2018, so yeah, I like Shakur. They got another guy I'm interested in. He making his pro debut. He's from India. He beat Earl Spence in the 2012 Olympics. His name is Bhaskar Krishna, something like that. He's making his pro debut, man. I'm interested to see him, man. Especially how everybody, you know what I'm saying? They tout Spence so much. I know this is the amateurs and stuff, and we can't really feed too much off of it. But I still want to see him. He got to be good if he beats Spence, right? So I want to take a look at him, see how he looks tonight on ESPN. ESPN Plus.
Hey, but Lawrence, Povetkin beat Ortiz in the Olympics.
I mean,
right?
I'm just saying. I seen the fight with Earl Spence with that guy. What happened though? He beat Earl Spence by like 2 points, and then Earl Spence and his team they protested because the guy he was kind of dirty in that fight, and he was spitting out his mouthpiece. Like he'll spit out his mouthpiece and shit when he get whatever, and then you can't do that. So they went back and rewatched that, and they gave Earl the decision. They reversed it, so Earl went on to fight, and then I seen that fight. Yeah, Jalik, that guy, he's a police officer too. So yeah, he probably Bob Aaron trying to make another star.
Oh, he signed with Top Rank.
He's with Top Rank, yeah. It's on the
Oh shit.
Brad tennis card, yeah. Bob Aaron, man, he good for that. He'll find somebody in the middle of nowhere and be like, "Oh, yeah, come on, I'll make you a star." Like he did with Michael Collins. Michael Collins, like, he's a star basically in New York. He got his own card.
Yep. Look at Lomachenko. I noticed a lot of the Olympic guys that have really good um, that won medals and whatnot. They're signing with Top Rank. A lot of them.
Hey, Jalik, he's softball, and he's an aggressive fighter. He's like a boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. Vlad Word risers for all the press conferences. Yeah, they be doing that. Floyd used to do that. Floyd did that for McGregor. Dude looking like he was 6 foot.
You know, I've been saying I think these dudes should wait, but the way these young guys keep calling out for championship fights and all of that, I say if if you want to fight for a title so bad, the 126 is deep. Fight Jesus Rojas or Jack Tapora next. They both regular interim title holders. You know what I'm saying? Jack Tapora undefeated. I think Rojas only lost was to JoJo Diaz. Fight one of them.
Yeah, I mean it, hey, in the chat, I gotta ask y'all a question. Am I do I sound like an echo when I talk? Cause I hear that shit.
I don't hear it, but
You don't hear it? I keep hearing the echo when I talk. But I think like one of the champions, they should just randomly call one of them out and be like, "Yo, listen, yo, I'm going against everything the promoter talking about. I want this young guy right now. Go ahead and take him. Yeah, come on to this deep water. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
But
saying. Like you got, I'm pretty sure Top Rank could get a fight with Jack Tapora or Jesus Rojas for Shakur. Conlon not really calling out for that. Conlon, he kind of just enjoying the process and growing. But I mean, my three top prospects down there right now is Conlon, Shakur, and Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton has fought the stiffest competition out of all of them. So I mean,
yeah. But Angel, let
yeah,
me ask you something. If Jerron Ennis versus Porter was scheduled, who do you think would win that fight?
Deron Ennis is further along than these other guys, though.
Well, he's technically still considered a prospect, though, right?
I mean, not to me. I feel like he's just moving up in the rankings. He further along than them. He got like 22 fights. He older than them too. I think. Ain't
Yeah, I
oh
think
yeah,
he's older.
my thing. I don't got an issue. Like if you doing the proper step up fights and you actually, you know what I'm saying, working towards the title shot, like not just oh I beat a couple guys that wasn't really all of that. Now give me a title shot. I'm ready for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like test
Somebody
yourself.
should have told Lomachenko that.
I mean, Lomachenko wants to jump straight into it. That he learned the hard way. You know what I'm saying? This guy wasn't about to fall from a couple punches. This guy wasn't gonna fold up when I hit him with some body shots. I mean,
hey, Trey X, what's good, man? Welcome. Hey, I'm gonna go back for a second, man. I'm gonna answer some questions.
go ahead.
Jalik the leader, he asked us, did we talk about Andre as pound for pound? We talked about it a little bit. Let's go back over it. What I was saying was, I think Andre, he's a good fighter, good skills. You know what I'm saying? Very talented, man. But he just haven't been active enough for everybody to see if he can rise to that occasion. Now with some big wins at middleweight, then yeah, I would put him on the pound. I would think he would be on the pound for pound list. But I just think he just gotta stay active and fight. Now he's staying active with the two fights he got. He had one October and one tonight. So he's gonna have to build on that by fighting bigger and better names after that. And hopefully he get the Canelo and Jacobs winner or Charlo or whoever the top guys in middleweight. And I believe he can be pound for pound. What y'all think about that?
You said Andre can be pound for pound versus who?
No, I'm saying the potential of Andrade being pound for pound, like what he got to do, basically the future for him to be pound for pound. What you think can be his path?
Bro, he have to fight like 4 times this year to against good opponents. Like I said, what they say, Jacob Canelo next, right? He fighting in
Yeah,
January right now. He will have to fight Golovkin in like April, May, around the time where Canelo and Jacobs fight. He will have to fight Golovkin, beat him. Maybe fight a guy like I said, like if Lara B. Casano will move up, he would have to fight like a guy like Lara B. He haven't really been fighting nobody. Like, what's his best win? Matarosis? Willie Nelson?
yeah. Von is a, but I think if he was to fight now, let's say Billy Joe come back, what I'm saying, PEDs aside, right? He come back, he's a legit top 5 middleweight. If he
Yeah,
come back, he on his
be
shit,
like a
and
Billy
he
Joe.
dominate Billy Joe or stop Billy Joe, then that can get him some consideration because Billy Joe's a good fighter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Billy
Without
Joe the
with or
good.
without the yeah. So so that's what I think about that. Avid boxing fan, he want to go back to the Canelo Jacobs fight. He got Canelo by stoppage. What we think about it? That's a good, that can
I
happen.
see Canelo stopping him.
But I see I see Canelo winning a decision though. I see him, probably backing up Jacobs and kind of like, just outboxing him for real. I hope Jacobs can, can listen to his corner and pay attention and follow the game plan all the way through, use his size advantage, his jab, his, he's strong. He's been knocking down his last 3 opponents. So hopefully he can use that come the fight. But I don't know if the big lights, just the aura of Canelo gonna get to him. Because I think when he fought Triple G, I think that got to him a little bit. Hopefully he got over that. He learned from that. And when he fight Canelo, he can step into the ring confident and do what he been working on in camp. You know what I'm saying? What you got on that?
I mean, I don't think he getting stopped. Like everybody try to say this, he don't got a good chin. He done fought some nice punchers like Derevyanchenko, Triple G. He didn't get stopped. You know what I mean? Like Triple G hit him with some good shots. Triple G didn't stop him. His chin not bad. I mean, if his chin was bad, like I just said, Triple G would have stopped him. You know what I mean? He didn't get dropped versus Derevyanchenko. He dropped Derevyanchenko. You know what I mean? Like I don't think his chin that bad. You know what I mean? It just you know what I'm saying? Something happened one time and it's labeled on you forever. Like same way we was talking about Devin Haney yesterday. He didn't hurt all 3 of his last 3 opponents, contenders. And people still saying he don't got power. How is
It's
he hurting
probably
these guys then?
it's probably
Yeah.
because Jacob's been dropped a couple of times in his career. But I mean, I wouldn't go as far to say that he has a bad chin, but because he's never, I mean, besides Pirog, um,
So yeah,
he's never
my
really.
guy. Go ahead, finish, bro.
I'm just saying that Jacobs doesn't have that bad of a chin. But yeah, I could see Canelo stopping him though. I could definitely see that happening via a big counter shot that Jacobs just didn't see coming. I can see that happen.
Trey X, my guy Trey X made a good point. He said Canelo always struggled with athleticism that may resurface in the Jacobs fight. I can't see Jacobs winning a decision though. Yeah, I agree with that. Canelo do struggle with athletic guys. Trout, Mayweather, Lara. You know what I'm saying? He do struggle with the guys.
When
And,
you say
yeah,
athleticism, do you mean like lateral movement? Is that
yeah,
what you? Because
a guy that's good in and out, they can box a little bit, they're strong enough to get to get all the clinches, can fight with you, can move, athletic type fighters. You know what I'm saying?
like Triple
Jacobs
G, if we're being honest, Triple G's stamina is very very good, and he comes forward, the whole entire fight. You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty. I would say he's athletic, but I think what people are saying is he struggles with lateral movement because then I agree. He struggles
See,
with guys that are slick and have lateral movement.
Triple G is a great athlete in the sense of being a good boxer and shit. But I'm talking about like the angles and the
Yeah,
movement and you know what I'm saying, being able to make him miss and do all type of shit like that. Jacobs has that slickness in his game, but will he follow through with it? You know what I'm saying? But I see what you're saying with the Triple G thing. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, man. I love this fight though, man. I was hyped when I seen that. When I seen Canelo versus Jacobs, it was a good fight. It kind of shut up a lot of dollars because a lot of people thought I'm sorry, Triple G. Canelo wasn't going to fight somebody like that. They think
yeah,
he's
like
scared to
Angel.
fight an athletic guy like that, and he proved everybody wrong because he fighting Jacobs. I mean, I like it. I love the fight.
Yeah, Angel, I mean, Jacobs has good head movement, but he does get hit sometimes. So that's the his head movement isn't on the level of somebody like Mayweather. That's going to be. I think he like we said before, he has to fight the perfect fight against Canelo. Then you got to add in the judges already making their scorecard. So there's a lot of things that you got to add into that fight.
Yeah, I can see him giving Canelo problems though because he can use his size and his power. He should be able to be close enough to Canelo to exchange with him, and he a big puncher too. So you never know. But you want to give yourself that chance. You don't want to take yourself out of the fight by losing focus and getting an early knockdown like he did against Triple G. But to his credit, he got up and he fought well. He fought strong, and I mean, some people think he won. So I mean, Jacobs got the character to do it. Does he have the discipline to do it? That's my only question. He has the character though, because he can do that. He can get up and fight.
I mean, we gonna see. I want some other big fights in the middleweight division too.
Yeah,
I seen the little LA Times talking about Golovkin to go to the zone and fight Andrade, and I'm like, I would love that fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't, I mean, like, what I think Andrade said in his little press conference too, like, if Triple G just want to fight a little, stay busy fighting, wait for Canelo, but if he want to come rumble in the jungle, tell him to come to the zone. I'm like, hey, I mean, if Andre down to give you a title shot, why not? You know what I mean?
yeah. Avid boxing fans say I think Canelo's team already plan on fighting Jacobs. He went to Jacobs' body and those hooks. And he hit Fielder. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. He's saying that he think the game plan is to go to Jacobs' body just like they did against Rocky Fielding. That's
Jacobs is
that's
not Rocky Fielding. If you like I said, Rocky Fielding was touching him coming in. He didn't have no power. If Jacobs hits him with some combinations coming into that body, it's a different story.
Yeah,
You gonna
that's
feel
where
him.
that's where the athleticism come in at. Like I don't think Jacob's gonna be there that long to be able to get hit with like maybe one body shot, but not like two, three. Like Rocky Fielding, man, that shit. You know
He
what
was just
I'm saying?
standing in place, bro. He was just standing in place, letting Canelo put his head down and go straight to his body. He was
I
literally
mean,
just standing there, leaning up against the rope. Okay, Canelo hit me. Like
that's crazy. That was crazy.
that's what I'm
That
saying.
fight.
Like if I'm just saying, Canelo not just about to put his head down, step in, load up a hook, boom, load up like, cause that's what he was doing in Rocky Fielding. He literally
Yeah,
just put his head down, walked in, linked up against him, load up a left hook, load up a right hook to the body, like, and it was just over. And he just looking at his corner on his knees, like, get out of here, bro. I don't want to see you in the
Yeah,
yeah.
ring ever again.
Canelo sets up his shots beautifully, man.
I'm
That's
saying, but
one
in
thing
that
I.
fight, he wasn't even setting them up, bro. He was just on some. Look, he was on some Jared Hurd. I'm about to sit in the pocket and just punch you in the body, like.
Yeah, but I think Jacob, like I said before, Jacobs needs to fight. He can't fight a fight that is built for Canelo. So he needs to stay on the outside, use his reach because he is the more lengthier fighter. I think he has better feet than Canelo too, better
Yeah.
footwork. So just use your footwork and use your reach. All these things he has advantage, but we know Jacobs sometimes he loses focus and he just wants to have a war. So if he does that like he did with Triple G, man, yeah, he might get stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a
You
shout
think
out.
Canelo got more power than Triple G?
He said no. Canelo sets up his shots better than Triple G. So when he does land them big shots, they devastating. So I mean, we could say I don't think Jacobs has a Triple G chin.
Yeah, but in them exchanges, Jacobs was winning them against Triple G because his hand speed is good. Jacobs is fast.
Right, right. But Triple G, like I said, Triple G doesn't set up his shots like Canelo. His ring IQ isn't like Canelo's either. So
Yeah.
I mean, and he's not that good of a counter puncher like Canelo either. So yeah, I don't know, man.
I want to give a shout out to the chat, man. Thank you guys for participating. Hey, yo, Trey X, yeah, man, I'm gonna shout you out on that one. For you guys that want to hear some good fight coverage, Trey X called the fight on Marlo's corner. I mean, it's like family over there, man. Y'all go over there and check them out. They'll probably yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be calling the fights tonight. And just go over there, man. It's family over there. Just chop it up, talk some boxing. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time, man. That's why I'm gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's some good stuff over there. Everybody in the chat, man, you guys got some content, man. Follow each other. Retro Boxing, I see him in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Support each other, man. It's all about boxing for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't into all the drama and all that stuff and all, whatever. I just like to talk about boxing, man. I just appreciate you guys coming in and chopping it up with me, man. It's all love over here. But yeah, go ahead, man. Y'all cook on something else, whatever y'all want to talk about.
Um, shit. I mean, what else? Like, are you guys excited for the Manny Pacquiao versus Broner? We
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
am.
talk about that.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, we know the cliche, but I'm gonna throw one in there. Like I always say, man, I'm a big believer in this. Y'all probably know what I'm gonna say already. But like I said, the presence of when you in these big fights on pay per view and you fighting guys that's established stars in the sport that have been dominant over their career, i.e. Floyd, i.e. Pacquiao. When you fight these guys on pay per view on this stage, it takes something out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's to take something out of you mentally. I remember hearing Tim Bradley when he fought Pacquiao after the first fight. He said he was mentally gone until he realized that he can compete with him. And by that time, he was like he had already hurt himself because he was trying to do too much in the fight. That same thing can happen too. And then not even to talk about, what I'm saying, to actually break down the fight. I think that alone, what I'm saying, because we already know AB not gonna throw no punches. Pat gonna throw punches. Pat gonna win. That's just simple right there. Like everybody trying to make it seem like AB, if he just do this, yo, let's just go ahead and just put it out there. AB is not a good fighter. He's not. He's past his prime. If he had, I think his prime probably was 135, and he's been past that. It's shown. I know a lot of people say, well, he was exposed against Madonna. Yes, that's true. But I think the fight that exposed him first was the Paulie Malignaggi fight. Because I was thinking when I was watching that fight, I'm like, if Paulie has some power, he can stop this dude or he can hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Paulie can hurt him. And Paulie was just a little bit, he couldn't do nothing with him. He was walking him down. But the same thing gonna happen tonight. I don't want nobody to, be over. I mean, tomorrow. I don't want nobody to be overzealous. Room for AB. AB, yeah, we want AB to win because they're a brother and all that. But if you look at the fight and you break it down, Pat gonna Pat gonna overwhelm him, and he probably win a wide unanimous decision. That's my take on that. I know it was long winded, but Go ahead,
Yep,
bro.
I agree with that, but I think he stops I think he
Ooh,
stops Broner. To be honest with you, man, because we all know if you shell up against Manny Pacquiao, you giving them all the ample opportunity to just load up on shots and just light you up pretty much, just like he did with Clottey, man.
yeah,
And Broner's not gonna let his hands go. We all know that. And yeah, he just really honestly, man, he's just gonna be a punching bag in that fight. So
yep. I agree.
I
I want
already
to see
told
it
y'all
though.
this is about to be Pacquiao versus Mosley too.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You said that. You said that. I
I think they'll
mean,
throw in the towel, man. There's somebody in this corner might throw in the towel. He's gonna be
and
taking too many shots.
I'm gonna look on the bright side though. Now I'm gonna look at it from AB's point of view. Now I watched all three of the Bradley fights, and I watched Floyd. I watched Floyd versus Pac. because I figured, and I watched the Cloudy fight, so I try, trying to pinpoint how the fight gonna go if AB was in those shoes. And what I seen from Bradley, I thought Bradley fought him well. Bradley didn't take no shit from him. Like whenever Pac threw, he was right there. He just didn't have no punching powers. He didn't take a lot of shit from Pac, and he was good with his feet to be able to counter him when Pac throw the quick 1-2 or he'll feint to the right and then he'll throw the lead the straight left hand. Bradley was there on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he had good feet. AB don't have good feet. His stance is way too wide. He looked to counter punch one punch at a time. He got to pick it up. Like I know we said he got to pick it up, not just his hands but his feet. He gonna have to put his feet in position to be able to counter Pac. Because if your feet not there, your hands ain't gonna be there. I mean, this is my opinion. So I don't know. I really can't see how he winning this fight, other than a hope he gonna magically come into his prime in this fight. He wasn't in his prime against Granados. He was struggling against Granados. Like let's keep it real. Like he struggled against Granados. He struggled against Vargas. He lost to Mikey. Like when the last time AB really looked good? The Khabib DeMarco, yeah. Damn, that's a long time ago. I'm thinking Khabib, maybe Ashley Tiafane, but he kind of struggled in that fight too because he was worried about Floyd. Like it's a lot of stuff, man. I don't think the kid is mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? And he fighting Pat. He fighting the killer. Yeah, he's smiling in your face. He waving at you, singing karaoke. But when he in the ring, it's real.
If Pacquiao landed the same shots Granado landed, he going to sleep.
That's what I'm saying. I think Manny is going to stop him, bro. I'm telling you. This is the first time Broner getting stopped. Manny threw way too many punches. Too much. Like, yeah, Manny, he threw a lot of punches versus Floyd, but Floyd's you can't compare people to Floyd. So when people compare anybody to Floyd, say, "Oh, Manny didn't stop Floyd, and he was moving around," and that's because Floyd is on a different level. Broner's gonna stand there, shell up, eat shots. I think his corner's gonna throw in a towel, or he's going to sleep.
We'll see. We will see, man. I mean, it's a good fun fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fun fight.
Is it worth pay-per-view?
No.
You think it's worth a pay-per-view though?
No.
I mean, look, I'm gonna put it in my perspective as a hardcore boxing fan. With the undercard, yes, the undercard is dope, man. The undercard is dope.
Good. Honestly, they should have used this undercard on Wilder Fury pay-per-view. This undercard level should have been on the Wilder Fury pay-per-view, bro.
But
you know what I don't understand about PBC though. I don't mean to cut you off. Why wasn't Porter versus Danny a pay-per-view fight?
Yeah, hold on. Right? Avid boxing fan said, "Hell no, it ain't worth it."
Yeah, man. I agree with that. Like if you're gonna make something a pay-per-view fight, you should do it with the fight being 50-50. Like Keith Thurman versus Danny should have been a pay-per-view fight. Danny versus Porter should have been a pay-per-view fight. Spence versus Thurman, that's a pay-per-view fight. Spence versus Crawford, that's a pay-per-view fight. Like those are pay-per-view fights, not Spence versus Mikey, Manny Pacquiao versus Broner. Like, nah. Come on.
You already know Spence about to be on pay-per-view for the rest of his career. What I'm trying to tell you, if him and Mikey do solid numbers, even if he don't fight Pacquiao next, if Spence fight Omar Figueroa next, they gonna put it on pay-per-view, I promise you.
Yeah, hey Trey, I agree with that, man. He's too wide in his stance when he's switching back from defense to offense. Too wide. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And Julie, yeah, we talked about Marcus Brown and Badu, but we can go back over it. I'm picking Badu late, but I believe Brown has the boxing ability to he can compete with Badu. Because Badu starts off slow and Brown can punch. I just don't know, how he's gonna react in those later rounds when Jack start get the engine going. Then how Brown gonna react? Because Jack gonna get that engine going. You know what I'm saying? And once he do, how does Brown react? I'm just gonna go with Badu. I go Badu late stoppage. What y'all got?
Yep. I picked Badu late stoppage. And I think just Brown's previous fights, man. He leaves himself open a lot. He's gonna take some shots in this fight. The body work of Badu getting on the inside. Yeah, man, I got Jack late stoppage.
You already
Man,
know I got Badu.
yeah, Badu. Marcus Brown, he reminds me of Chad Dawson when Chad Dawson was coming up. He kind of got that kind of athletic build, both of them tall, southpaw guys. Can box a little bit, got a little bit of pop. He kind of reminds me of Chad Dawson a little bit. I don't know if you guys in chat, y'all guys in chat, y'all see that? Chad Dawson and Marcus Brown similarity? Go ahead, Unbiased.
I'm curious to see how much Adonis Stevenson took out of Badu Jack though, because I mean that body shot that in the I forget what round, man. Badu Jack looked like he was about to throw up his lunch. So I want to
That was
see
a good fight.
what he took out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good body shot, man. Straight left hand.
I mean, he didn't take that much punishment in the fall. That body shot was the best punch that Adonis landed. But all in all, Adonis wasn't really. I don't know. He wasn't really punishing Badu Jack. I don't know. I don't feel
Yeah,
like he took that much punch. And then that fight was like all the way in May, so he had like 9 months off.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
while you mentioned it, man, shout out to Adonis Stevenson, man. Hope he got a speedy recovery from his injury, yo. Nobody really want to see that. Nobody want to see that in boxing, period. So, man, shout out to him, man, for he actually got out of the coma. And, they say he's talking and whatever. So, just that's a good thing to hear right there.
Shout out to
Go ahead,
Adonis,
man.
man. Hey, is Kovalev even fighting anymore, or what's going on with that?
I don't think it's off. I don't think it's
Okay,
off.
I just kept
Man,
seeing
they
that on
trying they
social
trying
media,
to
so I
they
didn't
trying to
know.
hold Kovalev back, man. They just trying to, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to hold my boy back. It's not gonna happen. But you know what? Shout out to Kovalev and Eleider Alvarez, willing to fight top competitors, not like Better Beef, ducking Joe
Uh,
Smith, ducking
Here we go.
Kovalev. You know what I'm
Here we
saying?
go.
And shout out to Bivol. Bivol want all the smoke at 175. You know what I'm saying?
Here we
Better
go.
Beef didn't want to fight Joe Smith. Bivol was like, hold up, hold my beer. I'll take that fight. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
So
Better Beef ducking.
I'll take this one then. So I'm confused on why Bivol. What I'm saying? I don't really like to get into the politics, but I understand it and I can speak on it. I don't like how Bivol, when he was a free agent, he looked at the top rank side. He's seen two champions over there that he can go unify with. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength of that, he should have went and signed with them. Now, I understand he went and got the money, whatever. Then Biv was Brother Biv, he left the zone and he went to the top rank. He could have been like, nah, hold on, let me go to top rank. Let me go to ESPN because they got all the champions there and I can unify. Now what he do? He went to fight Joe Smith. So you saying Brother Biv is ducking Joe Smith? I don't think so. I think Bibble is
Man,
ducking that work on the top rank side. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. We're gonna disagree on that one.
man, better be been ducking the work, man. Kovalev made an offer to him. Kovalev said, "Oh, you want to fight a champion? Let's unify." What did Better Beef say? Nah, I'm not ready for that, man. He is the Russian version of Anthony Yard. That dude, he was complaining, saying, "Oh, all the top 10 in my sanctioning body, they don't want to fight me." Yeah, but you don't want to fight Kovalev. You didn't want to fight Joe Smith. Like, come on, but you want to fight Anthony Yard? We get it. I get
The
it.
but
the
then,
only thing I
but then,
understand with a guy like
then
him
he
is
going.
you got 13 fights. You're about to turn like you about to be 34 years old. You only got 13 fights. Like you should just be down to fight anybody and stay as active as you can. Like you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be no. Oh well, I don't know about Joe Smith. He dangerous. I don't know. Like you know, I didn't like that out of him. Like not
See,
saying he can't fight or nothing, but that like just fighting once a
I
year.
don't believe that though. I don't believe that's his mindset because why would he go to top rank and fight the killers like that, Volchik and
That's what he said
Everett?
about Joe Smith, though. He said it was a dangerous fight, and he pulled out the first time.
That is a dangerous
Exactly.
fight though. That's a dangerous fight though. You see how he had B Hop back flipping out of the ring. But I'm just saying though, I can't say he ducking because he going over there. It's some tough guys over here too. I
Hey,
mean,
This is
but
what I'm not. I didn't say he was ducking. What I said is you should be trying to stay as active as you can. He been pro for 6 years and got 13 fights, and he's 34 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Like, if somebody give you an offer for money to fight somebody, you should be jumping for joy. Like, 13
Yep.
fights in 6 years, bro.
Man,
That is-
Kovalev offered him a unification and he turned it down. How I mean, he did say Joe Smith was dangerous and whatever, but look, Bivol is taking on that fight. You know what I'm saying? Bivol, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put some respect on Bivol's name. You know what I mean? He's taking all
break that fight
comers.
down. Break that fight down real quick. Joe Smith Bivol.
I got Bivol unanimous decision. Better feet, combination punching, has a better control of distance. Joe Smith is dangerous, essentially. So yeah, he could easily knock out Bivol any point in that fight. But I just think Bivol's a better technician and has a better ring IQ than Joe Smith.
What you got about my bad. What you got, Angel?
I mean, I think Bivol is technically really good, so he should be able to outbox, but he be dropping his hands and getting tired. And Joe Smith will line him up if he do that. So like I said, I don't like when these guys that's good, like I said, like Oscar Valdez, Inoue, Bivol included. I be noticing they be dropping their hands and backing back like they back straight out a lot. If you back in a straight line out with your hands down against Joe Smith, it's gonna be night.
Crawford does that too sometimes.
Yeah, that's just you know what I'm saying. Crawford ain't really fighting no punch. Like if Crawford did that against Keith Thurman, it'd be night. And you got to know who you fighting.
I like that fight, Bivol and Joe Smith. I think Bivol a little bit too technical for him, but in the early rounds though, Joe Smith is dangerous, boy. He's dangerous. He's a big, strong guy. So Bivol should be able to outbox him, and actually, I think Bivol can stop him late because Bivol
That's
his power still carry. You know what I'm saying? Like he did against Barrera. So I like.
See, that fight right there made me a believer. The Barrera fight. That's when I was like, okay, nah, this dude's he the real deal because we seen how Ward fought Barrera, and it was it was like a more of a safer fight than what Bivol did. Bivol just went in there. I mean, I'm not saying he walked through Barrera, he didn't, but he beat the. I'm not gonna say he walked through him. Barrera gave him a tough fight. He did, but Bivol just he fucked him up bad, bro. And so that made me a believer. Plus, Barrera broke Joe Smith's jaw, right?
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to use triangle theories, but
he got a bad jaw. He got a good chin, like he can take punishment. But the fight he lost earlier in his career was because his jaw broke. So he got a bad jaw. You know what I mean? Like if you hit it hard enough, you know what I'm saying? Like people be having bad noses. Their noses be messed. Their noses can mess up easy. Like
Mikey. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like that fight though. I like what I like that the schedule is picking up. I like that it's busy. I love that it's fights on every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Starting last week with Devin Haney all the way through. Look like it's gonna be through April. I mean,
hey, but Lawrence, let me ask you something.
Yeah,
so since Beterbiev is signed with ESPN, right? Who is he gonna fight over there besides Vostik and Eleider Alvarez?
Sure, maybe Zerlo if he move up. I mean, those three top names. Now you gotta think though, if he gonna fight those three top names, they're always gonna be some type of lower level fight in between that. They're not fighting all three of them guys back to back. So I can see him making a mandatory defense against somebody. Somebody probably sees a weakness and want to take that mandatory challenge. That should be coming up. He's got the IBF.
I'd jump on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so I can see him unifying with I can see Beterbiev unifying with Volchik. I don't see him unifying with Alvarez because they got the same trainer. But with Volchik, I can see that. That's a good fight. And then maybe Zerlo or maybe like a mandatory. So I mean, he gonna have.
Didn't Jacobs and Derevyanchenko have the same trainer?
Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, no excuses. If they're gonna unify, they need to unify. We gotta
And
stop
I
giving better. You gotta stop giving Better Beef excuses. That dude, every other time, oh, I'm being ducked. Oh, they ducking me. But he don't want to unify with Kovalev. Nah.
I don't give them excuses. I just go by what the fighters say. You know what I'm saying? They say I'm not trying to fight this guy because me and him got the same trainer. I think it's crazy. I mean, my thing is, it's all these trainers out here. You can find another trainer. You know what I'm saying? You go back to Russia and get a Russian trainer, whatever you want to do. But I agree, that's not a good excuse just because y'all friends or y'all got the same team or same trainer. Fight each other.
Or our kids
Y'all
go to
don't.
the same daycare. Nah.
Chill.
I try to hear that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights that's coming up. Like tonight, there's a lot of fights. I know a lot of people don't like to watch all the fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them guys that do. I watch all them shit. It's some interesting guys on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? But as far as boxing, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. We don't always in boxing get the fights that we want when we want them. But I mean, I guess second place, worst case scenario, we get a lot of fights and we get guys staying active. The guys that we do like, they active. I mean, with all these new TV deals and all these platforms we got, we can actually see them active. You know what I'm saying? But it comes a point in time where that activity they turn to some good fights. You know what I'm saying? I can see maybe one, low level fight, but I can't see three in 1 year, man. That's crazy to me. Especially you got a deep division. You should be able to fight somebody that the fans going to get up for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, but I'm gonna have to get off, man. Thank you for having me on your panel, your channel. Salute to everybody in the chat. Um, and yeah, man, it's always good to talk boxing. And yeah, we gotta get up another day, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, I get with you. Yo. All right.
Peace out,
Uh,
man.
all right. Peace. Trey X, he said. Oh no, he asked me something. Okay. What I think about Akabov? I think Akabov is a strong fighter. He's southpaw. He's aggressive on the front foot. Um, he don't have a lot of pop that I've seen, but he's aggressive. He likes to kind of jump in real quick and get some punches off, then he'll get back out. But he's aggressive on. He like to come forward. I haven't seen him fight on the back foot yet, so maybe that's something Andrade can do, push him back. But I really don't see him giving Andrade that much of problems. I see Andrade, beating him. I don't know if he's gonna stop him or not, but I see him beating him easy, in my opinion. Let me see. Simon Brown. Yeah, that's true, Scrapbook. Simon Brown, yeah, yep. Simon Brown, man, that dude, he probably that I can remember as a top fighter and former champion. He probably had the worst knockouts what I'm saying, as a champion I can remember. Because we all know about the Petway knockout when he was punching on the ground. B Hop stopped him pretty bad, and then David Reed. Oh my God! I mean, you know what I'm saying, that guy he was stopped crazy, like brutally. When he got knocked out, he got knocked out. It was crazy. Highlight real type knockouts. Yeah, Teddy B. Uh, Holyfield fought. He fought. Damn, what's his name? Olympic gold medalist. That shit on the tip of my tongue. He fought. He fought Tyson. Damn, Tillman. He fought Henry Tillman. He was the best man at Tillman's wedding and shit. He beat his ass at cruiserweight. Yeah, Jaleel. Yeah, Gilberto Ramirez. See, I'm gonna give you the scoop on that. Ramirez, he only wanted to stay down at 68 if we can get a unification. And he was banking on Uz Katagi to win. Because if you remember, Uz Katagi fought on ESPN Plus in September as a stay busy fight because Caleb Plant broke his hand. So they was in the works of making a unification bout. And then Ramirez fought his mandatory Jesse Hart again. So now that that option is out the window, I doubt that he's coming. I hate to say it like, I doubt that he's coming over to the other side and gonna try to unify with them guys. So I think the best thing for him to do is to move up because it's some work over there. If he move up to 175, I think he gotta get acclimated. But it's some work over there. They got the champions on that side. They got 3 champions on that side. Yeah, Edge, you got something for me? You was trying to get in? Go ahead, bro.
We talking about the champions on which side? On the ESPN
Top
side
rank.
with
Yeah,
top rank.
ESPN top rank.
I
Yeah.
mean, to me, honestly, I feel like he should just jump up and jump on that better be fight. He looked vulnerable his last fight. Um, he said he'd have way more power at 175 than 168. He said he'd be a little drained at 168. So, I mean, he said he had more power up there. His chin is already proven. He got a good chin. So it's like he got the size advantage over Beterbiev. He got some nice. I would jump up there and try to take that strap.
Yeah. I'm with that. It's just, boxing, man, it's just interesting. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of moving parts, man. Anything can happen. Like even with 168. So we talked about Zerto moving up, and then Plant. He just put on an outstanding performance last Sunday. That was a good fight, man. The kickoff days for the year. So he a player. Then you got David Benavidez. He's trying to get his title back. He's supposed to be fighting Jalen Love on Mikey Spence on the card. So it's a lot of things. And then you got Darrell fighting what's his name? Yujiro. The guy
Uh,
that Chris Eubank stopped, right?
David Benavidez kind of messed up 168 with that drug test thing, and losing his because like can't nobody unify with the WBC because he the
Hmm.
champion of recess. So soon as Darrell or whatever one win,
Yeah,
they gotta immediately give him his title shot. So you know what I'm saying? And I'm
yeah,
pretty sure they both older guys, so they're not about to fight in what March or in like February, March, and then fight again. And like man, they probably won't even fight again until late summer, like August.
yeah,
So
yep.
they either
And
have to
then
wait all the way till the end to get the title shot. So again, Caleb Plant gonna have to stay busy. Whereas him and Caleb Plant, if he never failed his drug test, they could have just, you know what I'm saying? He could have made a defense against Durrell in February. Caleb Plant just won his belt. They could have just met right up right after that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always a catch. Like you got Callum Smith. Like we can't only talk about him. He's a WBA champion, won the World Boxing Super Series. I mean, shoot, they got some. That shit can get popping if them guys, can fight each other and unify. I know it's not always, the perfect scenario, but I mean, as a fan, what I'm saying, I love talking about it because the possibilities are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, all them guys, the top guys at 68, they have different styles. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Plant, he's the boxer, counter puncher, slick, good movement. Then you got Benavidez, he throw a bunch of punches, strong, young guy. And then you got Calvin Smith, he more of a come forward, pretty much stand up guy, good power. You know what I'm saying? And then what's the other one? Who's the WBO? Oh, Zerto. Zerto, he come forward. You know what I'm saying? He fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, they got a nice mesh up of styles with that division. That's why I want to see them top guys. I want to see some unification. Like they put, I mean, besides Benavidez, all of them is kind of like in like prime age. You know what I'm saying? Fight the best fight. Benavidez is what like 22. I mean, but
Yeah,
he said he wanted to unify. He said he wanted to fight Zerto. He tried to go to ESPN to fight Zerto, but he already had a contract that he couldn't get out of. Um, him and Caleb Plant got bad blood, so that fight. Callum Smith, I don't really know what's going. I haven't even heard no news on him at all, so I don't really
yeah.
know what's going on.
He a young guy too. He 28. Zerto, I think he's 29, 28 or 29. I know Caleb Plant 26, and then Benavidez. So it's some things popping off. And they young, so they have a chance before they move up. Because I'm pretty sure Benavidez can't be able to hold 68. So by the time he's 24, he ain't gonna be at 68 no more. So this is my opinion. Because he a big guy. Yeah, Smith versus Ramirez will be a good ass fight, man. That's a good one, Teddy B. Hell yeah. What you think about that? Callum Smith versus Ramirez.
Callum Smith versus Ramirez. I think that's a good fight. Smith got solid power, and he a nice boxer. For me, I think that's actually like a 50-50 fight, even though Callum
Ooh.
Smith beat the better opponent. So I mean, I think George Groves out of the two is the best win out of the two. But I think that's a 50-50 fight though.
All right, Trey X, man. I see you tonight when y'all guys get on. But yeah, I'm about to close it down, man. You got any last thoughts, Andrew?
Oh no, nothing else. We can cover. We covered everything.
Yeah, man, we did. Yeah, man. So, hey, salute to you, man. Thank you for joining the panel. Thanks for the chat, man. Thanks for you guys, participating, man. Just support boxing, man. Y'all got a lot of boxing on tonight. Whether if you want to watch it or not, you got the ESPN Plus card, Brian Jennings versus Rivas. You got a bunch of fights on there. You got the Zone. If you guys into that, I know a lot of people not, but they got a lot of cards with a lot of fights on the card with Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? And then support if you guys gonna watch AB Pack this weekend, however way y'all watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just look out for it. Just make sure you guys in tune with what's going on with boxing, man. Because it's always something, man. And I just want to thank you guys, man. Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Try to keep that boxing news going for you guys as consistent as possible. And you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Make sure y'all subscribe to each other in the chat, support each other's content. You know what I'm saying? You can always learn something from somebody else. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be learning something from everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? Once again, thank you guys, man. And I'll be back with another one. I'm out.